Hello everyone and welcome back to my Fallout Wasteland Warfare Settlement Mode playthrough, and as always we're beginning with the settlement management steps before we jump into today's quest slash mission slash nonsense we're getting up to. And we're going to open with using our two ranger outposts, to do two free explore actions. We're sitting on 424 caps, I believe, so I want to see if I need to spend any of that on explore cards. I also have been forgetting that towards the end of Season 1 we had a crop field, but we also bought a cooking station, which means we should be drawing and keeping one food and or drink card. So I've curated a little mini deck of food and drink related cards, so we're going to do that as well, but we'll start with the explorers. I've already shuffled the deck, but we'll cut it and pick this one, and we'll cut it and pick this one, and we'll see what we have, starting with El Dorado Gas. The swarm of giant mantises, does that say? Mantises, yeah. Keep eating the abandoned food. The longer you wait, the fewer of them there will be, but the less food there is. So this is app. Choose grab it now to gain 3 food items, or wait a few minutes, gain 2 food items, or wait 30 minutes to gain 1 food item, then roll and gain items based on your game choice only. I'm going to go for broke. I'm going to say the nuke. Let's see what we get. Oh, I saw the nuke as well. Oh well. That's fine. There's no downside to that, so sure. The other one? Silver Peak Mine. Cazadors start chasing you through some old mine tunnels. The power armor is down there somewhere. I remember getting this last time and I thought it was just for power armor mods, but apparently it was for power armor and I just misread it. To keep moving through a tunnels, test int +2, gain poison and 1 power armor item. If fail, gain poison, then either repeat this card to keep trying, or you can escape or exit. Well, I keep forgetting they're supposed to select someone to go on these explorers, but it's always going to be the sole survivor because he has the wanderlust. So int +2. That would make him int 9, which is pretty good. I'll do that and test 1 power armor item. Sure. That's a pass, so I would get 1 power armor item. I haven't curated a deck for the mission today yet, so I'll look through the items and we'll draw a power armor mod, because we can equip that thanks to the armor perk, since we already found power armor last time that we're definitely not getting rid of. So there's that. I'll keep that to one side actually to remind myself to do it as I curate the items. Speaking of which, this is a food and drink deck. I'm just going to shuffle it again off camera real quick. Our cooking station is going to draw something from here that we have to add to this pile as well. Let's cut that there. Beer. How fitting. So the beer also goes into our little pile here. So here's the settlement's inventory as it stands. Now, it's been brought to my attention that when you are bringing stuff back from a battle, anything that is unique, i.e. it has this symbol on the top right, so the hunter's hunting rifle and the incendiary assault rifle, they don't count toward your total maintenance sheds. You automatically retain them into the pool of stuff you're keeping. You still have to make choices about what you bring into battle and what you can store, but in terms of like bringing it back from battle, unique items are always automatically included and don't count towards the cap. So we could have had more stuff to choose from had I known that. If anything, it made it harder. I don't mind accidentally making the game harder for myself. It's only really a problem if you accidentally bend the rules or forget a rule that makes it super easy. So it's not too bad. Going forward though, we'll obviously do that properly. But we want to bring some stuff into battle. We're definitely bringing the power armor into battle. We're going to bring the incendiary assault rifle into battle. We're going to bring the hunter's hunting rifle into battle. And let's see. Let's bring the laser rifle. Is actually going to be useful this time for what we're fighting. So I think that's it. That's 4. It is just 4 we're allowed to retain, isn't it? And just check the sheet here. No, it's 5. Sorry, it's 5 now. So we can bring 5, store 5. What else would be super useful for this fight? The armor break on the Ripper would be pretty good. The beer is super low priority. Yeah, we'll take the Ripper. I think it has a purpose. So we'll take the Ripper. That means we can store everything here. 1, 2, these count as 3, and that's 4. So yeah, we can retain these in New Hope, bring those into battle. I'll see who has equipped with them once we get set up. But for now, let's find out what the quest is today. Quest 3, the Signal's Source. A win will result in 200 caps, a loss will result in 120, and there is some special conditions which may also result in +1 Brotherhood Reliance. Quest overview. The Brotherhood squires were overheard talking about narrowing down the source of the signal that Knight Goddard had been hunting in the area. They were waiting on a vertibird to drop off reinforcements to move in on the position, but that'll take a few hours yet. Curiosity gets the better of the settlers of New Hope, and they head out to try and find the source themselves before the Brotherhood can. So you've just heard the mission overview for today, but we're going to take a look at the team I'm going to bring before we go into the specifics of what we've got to do today and what it will mean in the grand scheme of things depending on which way this battle goes. So the Scavenger is staying at home today because remember this is the miniature we're using to represent the Free Tech now, because it was embarrassing that he only had a loincloth. So other than that, it's standard fare. The sole survivor is poisoned to start the battle because of that Silver Peak Mine Explorer card. On that note, pulled random cards until I got something with the power armor symbol on it, which can be a power armor or a mod, and it was actually T60 power armor. So we have 2 sets of power armor now, and usually I have Explorer cards resolved for the next time we're back in New Hope. I'm going to do that now just because the model I have to represent power armor right now is T60 power armor. So the settler is once again going to be donning that in a second, and she's also been given the laser rifle, so she'll be a little bit more buffed up. I am working on getting a model painted that's wearing, it's not T45, it's T50 I think, but it looks a bit more run down than the Brotherhood stuff, so it's more fitting, so hopefully I'll get that ready for next time. So she's using the laser rifle and the power armor. Sturgis has been, oh sorry, not Sturgis, and he has also been given a name. Of the names suggested, I liked John/Jonathan, because that means I can say John when he's doing well, and when he's doing badly, I'll say Jonathan. So that is John/Jonathan. He still has his 44 revolver and is taking the Hunter's Hunting Rifle just to give him a long range option, just in case it's needed. The sole survivor loner is taking the Ripper, and I think that's it, right? Yes, the Incendiary Assault Rifle got given to the Free Tech as an option alongside his shotgun. Other than that, Pennyworth is here of course, and Dogmeat as well. So with all the preamble out of the way, it's time to talk about the mission specifics today. When the New Hope settlers get to the area, they are shocked to find a semi-fortified area and a very strange looking damaged robot cordoned off here in the rough centre of the map approximately. No, it's not exactly the centre, but it doesn't really matter. And there is some Protectrons, 3 of which to be exact, 1, 2 and a third one at the back there to give it a little bit of time to get to us, protecting it, and not just wandering aimlessly, they are actively protecting it. There is also 2 machine gun turret MK1s, one there and one there, and they have their 3 reactions per turn. They want to get to the robot, see what it's all about. It seems like it's deactivated and damaged perhaps beyond repair, but who knows, and whoever set this up does not seem to be here right now. There is some miscellaneous items strewn around, that's just for a chance to grab some stuff. It's also worth noting, poison needs to be cured. You can't just like do a roll to get over it, and we don't have anything that cures poison. So if we don't find anything in the Wasteland deck, then the sole survivor is just going to take 1 damage at the start of every one of his turns and eventually die. Was that worth getting another set of power armor? Maybe. So the specifics for the mission today. The goal is simple. The New Hope settlers have 5 turns in which to take out the 3 Securitrons. They're pretty tanky, they've got 4 physical armor, 3 energy, I think they've got 7 or 8 health. They do have a chance to self-destruct from 50% health onwards, which would be helpful, but cracking that shell to start with is going to be tough. And of course the turrets are going to help them. The turrets are not required to be destroyed to be counting as a win. If at the end of turn 5 there's at least 1 Protectron still alive, they've failed, and the Brotherhood arrive, Recon Squad Shield arrive, they take control of this, and that's theirs, and that means we get +1 Brotherhood Reliance, sorry, not Resilience, +1 Brotherhood Reliance, and we fail. It counts as a loss, and they take control of that. So that'll be what we have to do, but there is one more option to help us along. There's 2 terminals, one there, and they control the turrets. If someone with a computer hacking skill, which the Soul Survivor is good at, John is good at, and I think the Free Tech is good at it, that's why I brought him. They're all pretty good at it. They can take a normal skill check at whatever their skill is, and that will disable the turret it's connected to. Or, if they're willing to take a -2 to their skill check, meaning, say they're a 7, they would count as a 5, they can take control of the turret, and it would help for the rest of the game. So it's something else to shoot at the Protectrons to hopefully take them out in the time limit provided. Beyond that, we'll be doing event cards at the end of each turn as normal, and I've done a red by red deployment zone, right down here in a line. They're barely fine. This is the settler in the T60 power armor with the laser rifle, and as I say, the sole survivor is poisoned. So the enemies are going to be somewhat aggressive because they have been programmed by someone to protect this weird looking robot. Let's see how this plays out. 5 turns or the Brotherhood takes control. So given that there's only 3 Protectrons, they're getting first activation. Remember, the turrets don't count and they just do react shots. So it was the Protectron down here. He moved up yellow, and that did give him enough with a long range shot, which is green plus blue, to reach the poor free tech just barely. At long range, he's only getting an extra black die thrown in, and their chance to hit isn't great, to be honest. They're more tanky than anything else. It's 3s. Should never say that before rolling, but he did actually get away with it. The Protectron missed. For my first activation, I'm going to activate Pennyworth, move him up red twice to get him there. However, when he finishes his first move right there, he is within a long range reaction shot from that turret. After his second movement, he is too close to the building, just at the angle the turret cannot see him. So there will be no other reaction shot there, and the other turret is out of range at this side. So it's skill 5, but it's counting as a snapshot. So it's 3s. We're just going to roll this here. Let's knock that off and see what it lands on. No extra dice at long range. That's a 9, so it missed. The second of the 3 Protectrons activated, and it is being aggressive because they've been programmed to defend this area with their lives. Moved up yellow twice towards the closest target, which at this point is basically Pennyworth. So just getting into position there, and has a little bit of cover from the barriers. I'm going to make the Settler move up next because with that power armor she can take some hits. That also does literally just put her within short range with that laser rifle to shoot that Protectron. It's like perfectly spaced. That was just by chance, totally by accident. So at short range the laser rifle gets a blue and a black, and it's doing energy damage on it, obviously, which is the Protectron's only real weakness, by 1. And that would be a critical fail with a quick action. Might as well do, well, there's no reason to do it, prepare. The other one's not going to get into line of sight probably. Speaking of which, the further away turret out of range to react to her doing that, and that one can't see her because of the obstructions here. So the final Protectron got into a better line of sight in order to shoot at Pennyworth without the cover there of the spikes poking up out the ground getting in his way. So it's a short range hit, and it's a black and a green. Still just needing a 3 or less though, not a great chance. Oh, again, I should never say that. That came down to 0. 1 extra damage, that means it's doing 3 damage. I wasn't expecting that to hit. I didn't have the armor dice ready. Hubris. That's what that was. It counts as energy as well, right? So Pennyworth has 2 energy armor. Block 2 of it, thankfully, so just the bonus point goes through, but I was not expecting that. So we're just over to my activations now, though we do obviously have to still worry about the turret reactions. The newly crowned John moved up twice to have some cover behind that knocked over Nuka-Cola machine, and still out of range of the turrets. Maximum turret range of an MK1 turret is green plus green, which stops like roughly there-ish. Next, the free tech is moving up, and he is faster than your average survivor, but that unfortunately also means that he's going to get shot. When he completes his second movement action right there, both turrets can see him at long range, so both of them are taking a pot shot at him. My goal is I'm going to try and sneak him around there, grab some items, and maybe like flank to get to that console. We'll see though. So at long range they're not rolling any extra dice. I think I said they needed a 3 when the one shot at Pennyworth. It's actually a 2. They need 2 or better. So first one fire it. Oh no. Okay, so the first one hit for a crit. Let's just roll the other one right now. Barely. Because yeah, they're skill 4, and it would come down by 2 because it's a quick shot, so yeah, it would be 2. So only 1 hit, but they hit for 2 physical armor. The free tech has 1 physical armor, and he didn't block any of it, so he just took 2 damage of his 4 health. Oh dear. Oh, sorry, a little correction. When the enslaved tech becomes a free tech, it isn't just plus 1 HP, which does give him 4 max. He actually also gets plus 1 physical armor, which means he fully blocked the hit. So he does not have 2 damage, he has none. Well, his sole survivor's on borrowed time. He moved up twice. He's going to get that last reaction shot from the closest turret, but there's the 1 damage from the poison. Does the turret hit him? It's just 2s or less. It does not. So that's this turret out of shots for the turn. Not that it really matters, because it's just dog meat left to go. So dog meat is of course also just moving up twice, a little bit of an awkward angle here to show where he ended up, but he's right there. I think we're going to go close combat against that Protectron there, try and move him, and I was just measuring, and he is out of range of double green from the turret, so he's fine, and that is going to be the end of the first round. So we're on to seeing what event is going to apply to round 2. Let's see what horrors await. Let's split the deck here, quite near the top this time. Runaway Brahmin, a harness wearing Brahmin. Oh, if only I had the new miniature. It's not quite out yet though. No honor, but dropping the contents of the cart as it runs. Add 3 random items, red, green, and blue from the battlefield center. So I'll just randomize from the center where each one, the direction in which each one goes, and I'll show you where those are at the top of the next turn. So as we start the second round, the one that scattered red was put there, the one that scattered green was put there, and the one that scattered blue was put up there. And I don't know what they are, they were randomized as well, but a lot more stuff to choose from now if I decide to go looting. So of the 3 Protectrons, it was the urine coloured one back there that activated first. He's going to stay where he is and fire 2 close range, or short range rather, shots into the free tech. Let's see if he can be as lucky twice. Black and a green die, 3s or less twice. Okay, good in the first one. And then the second one, oh wow, okay, that comes down to an 8, but that does not matter. So I'm going to go with the free tech first. I need to get him out of the line of fire because he is too fragile and he has a really good computer hacking skill. So I want him to get to one of those terminals to turn a turret to my side. So he moved red, and after completing that action, the turrets, well, that one's out of range and that one can't see him, so they're not reacting to him. He's going to stop where he is though and take a shot through the window at this Protectron so he can fire the incendiary assault rifle at close range, just so he can end his turn and flip the item, basically. So that's where he's rolling, but because he's shooting through cover, it's a -2 to his skill, so he only succeeds on a crit, basically. It's a 1. 1 or less. Oh! Oh, okay, he got a crit with 1 extra damage. That's 3 physical damage coming in against 4 physical armor. Ah, you were so close to being cool, but the Protectron blocked all the damage. And it would of course help if I remembered to flip this after he was done. What is this? It's a lockpick check. If you fail it, you get a danger card and item. If you pass it, you just get an item. Does he have a lockpick skill? He does, on a 5 or less. It's tied to his agility. We'll try it. Sure, why not? I'm not sure if that counts as an action or not, but hey, we'll just try it anyway. Where did the dice go? I need to see what it is. That's a fail. So he does get an item, but he also gets a danger card. I have the item deck already curated. I'll need to look out the danger cards, so let's just take these. I just picked at random again. Let's cut here. He found sturdy metal armor, 3 physical defense, 2 energy defense added on. That's really good. Alright, he's equipped with that now then. Let's see what wonderful danger awaits our free tech. Please don't die. I'm going to cut the deck again. Go here. Rotten meat bag. Sounds like it's describing me. Your foot sinks into something soft. It's an old meat bag, which are disgusting enough when fresh. Either clean it off to add stun or ignore it. Test luck +2. Potentially getting poisoned. Poison would be terrible on him with his low HP. What's his luck stat? His luck is 3. I'm going to take the stun, which means he's only going to have 1 action next turn, but no, I can't let him get poisoned. This Protectron down here is activating for the AI next. He's the one guarding the terminal there. And Dogmeat and Pennyworth are kind of equidistant from him, so I'm going to randomise who he's shooting at. He's shooting at whoever he shoots at twice at close range, so the dice we've been seeing. But let's see who he's picking. 1 or 3 Dogmeat, 2 or 4 Pennyworth. It's Dogmeat. That's kind of the worst result, to be honest. First shot against Dogmeat. 7 comes down to a 6. That's a miss. Second shot against Dogmeat. Adds a big old hit with an armor break, so that's 2 energy damage. What is Dogmeat's energy defense? Normally 2, so it's down to 1 + 1 because he has super armor. Didn't block anything, so only the super armor kicks in. He takes 1 damage. So I'm hoping Dogmeat's going to change my run of form, given that we're in the second turn and I haven't done a single point of damage to Protectron rather, sorry. So Dogmeat's charging in against the one that just shot at him, and upon completing that charge, he is going to get shot by that turret up there, but we're going to cover that in a second. First of all, though, we're doing his dog bite special with the black die thrown in as a charge bonus, and it is 6s, looking to pierce some armor as well. So it does hit. It breaks 1 of his armor, so he comes down to 3 physical armor, and it's doing 3 damage. The Protectron takes no damage, and now it's at long range from the turret, so it's just a 2 or less, sorry, so it misses. Fair enough. Well, with things not looking so great after that, the final Protectron is moving and taking a out of cover shot into the free tech, the stunned free tech. Close range shot, dice we've talked about already. 3s. And it's a critical fail, which is just as well, because it would have done 4 damage in total. So we're just over to my activations again, although obviously trying to watch out for those turrets. Pennyworth is charging in to help out Dogmeat so that he'll get shot at by the turret again. I forgot that presumably if the turret hits it'll have to randomise who it hits since it's shooting into a combat, but that'll only matter if it actually lands a shot. So he is normally just getting a yellow die, which is the important one against Protectrons because they break armour. Green die for outnumber bonus, green die for charge bonus. Really want this to hit, and it's 6s I believe. And it is a hit. Does the bottle cap do anything? Absolutely not. So it's just 2 straight up damage against 4 armour. He blocked 1, took 1. We finally managed to do 1 point of damage to one of the 3 Protectrons. There you go, 1 damage. Now the turret shooting at Pennyworth first for him finishing that move and then for him attacking. Finishing the move, it misses. Actually it's into combat as well, so it would negate the -2 for it being a quick fire presumably. So it's actually on 5s or less, or 4s or less, sorry, 4s. So that would not count either. So it missed twice and that's that turret tapped for the turn. Alright, let's go with a safe, potentially damaging activation. I'm going to activate John/not Sturgis/Jonathan. He's just going to use his 44 because he's a specialist with it, and at close range it's double yellow die, and I'm hoping for lots of armor break. Plus, because that specialty, his skill was 2 higher, so 6s on the first shot. There you go, so 2 armor break puts the Protectron there at 2 physical armor. He fully blocks the damage despite that. Nice. Second shot. Failing a quick action. Quick action is not going to matter at this point. Unless, no, he doesn't have anything special. Urgh. Well, we're going to stay down here partly because she's also out of range of the other turret. Settler moved up, firing the laser rifle into that same Protectron. Come on now. 6, it's enough. It's a hit. Does the bottle cap do anything? 1 damage ignores armor. So we're doing 3 energy damage and it's been brought down to 2. So we're doing at least 1. It blocked 1, so it blocked that bonus damage. So 2 damage against that Protectron. It's a start. They have 7 HP incidentally, and when they drop below half, that's when you start testing to see if they just self-destruct. Last activation of the turn, the Soul Survivor moved up, and at this point he would get shot at by the turret that still has ammo, or reactions. So 3s. Oh, of course it actually hit. 2 physical damage against 3 plus 1. He fully blocked it, but that's his super armor guard. And he did take 1 damage from the poison, of course. But I didn't go into this combat here yet because I want to try and turn this turret to my side. So the hacking skill of the Soul Survivor is a 7. Do I want to turn the turret off? Or do I want to turn it on my side, which would mean coming down to skill 5? I can try again next turn, but I want him to get into combat next turn. I'll take the -2 to try and turn the turret on my side. Well, it would have failed either way, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, okay, that turret is still very much active. Although, well, it's back to having 3 anyway because we're at the end of a turn. Let's see what the Wasteland has in store for us as we go into turn 3 of 5. Low Sun. All investigation skills are -2. Is that hacking? Is that the symbol for hacking? Has that actually just ruined all my plans? No, it's a computer symbol. Okay, thank goodness. It's not the same skill. We're fine. So turn 3 is going to be the Protectron locked in combat that's activating. And we're once again going to randomise who he's attacking. So 1 and 3 again is Dogmeat. That dog can't catch a break. Alright, he is using his hand lasers in close combat, so he just needs a crit to land, essentially, because of the -2. And that's a quick action, which I don't think they can do anything with that, really. No, they can't do anything. So that's a big fail. And then the other hit is a massive success. So that is 2 damage energy against 2 armor. Dogmeat takes all 2 of it. Oof. So for my turn, I'm going to go with the Soul Survivor first, and he's going to try and hack that terminal twice if need be. So upon ending the first hack, he's going to get shot at, and then we'll see what he does with his other action, depending on how this goes. And I'm going to take the -2 to his skill again to try and get the turret on my side. So it's 5s. Oh, thank goodness. So this turret is now reacting to the Protectrons doing stuff because it's on my side for the rest of the game. That one, however, is still an enemy, and it will react to me doing that hack. So does it hit me? It's still at long range, so it's 3s. Oh, he absolutely does. For 2 physical damage against 3 armor. Blocked it all. Although he does actually have 1 more damage. Pardon me for reaching across. Because of the poison eating away at his soul. Do I charge him in? He's maybe got like one turn left in him, thanks to if he gets hit by anything plus the poison. The charge might put him out of... No, he'll still be in range of a turret. It's going to get very busy and awkward down here. Also, if this Protectron explodes, it's going to be even worse. But he's just going to charge. He's going to charge into the Protectron there to hopefully use that Ripper next turn. Second reaction from the turret on him charging in, this is going to be +2 because it's shooting into a combat now, presumably. It might not be how it works, but that's how we're going to do it. It hits, so now we have to randomise. So 1, 2, 3, 4. It's hitting Pennyworth for 2 physical armor, 2 physical damage against 3 physical armor. Apologies. Why am I rolling that die? He blocks 1, takes 1. Well, unfortunately, it's this Protectron down here that's activating, and he's just going to carry on what he was doing. He's going to shoot his hand lasers twice into the free tech. Swings and roundabouts though, because upon doing each of those things, my new friendly turret is going to shoot him each time. But first he gets his shots off. We'll just cover those real quick against the free tech. 6 comes down to a 4, still a miss. Thank goodness, because it would have done 1 extra damage. That is a 10, so that's a big miss. Okay, and now the 2 turret shots against him, and it is 2s. The first one hits for 2 physical damage against 4 physical armor. Oh, turret actually hit him for 1. Now, I would imagine since it counts at 50% health and they have 7, it would be anything beyond 4 damage on them that you start rolling for self-destruct. See the other shot? Nope, I missed. So I'm going to go with the free tech because he's out of line of sight of the other Protectron and the turret that still has 1 reaction this turn, the enemy one that is. I know the turrets could technically react to each other, but that feels silly, so it's just going to react to other things that are not turrets. Anyway, I'm going to have him stand still, we shoot the stun, and then he's going to try and shoot that Protectron that shot him, because if he manages to get 1 damage on him, we can roll and see if it blows up. So this is 3s. 6. Oh, it would have been such a good shot as well. It would have done 4 damage. And the final Protectron for the turn just wants to protect the objective, which is defending this. So he's going to stay where he is, fire 2 long-range hand lasers at the Settler in power armor. So it's just a black die at that range, and after the first, the final reaction shot from my turret will shoot at him, but we'll cover that afterwards. First shot against the Settler, not good enough. The second shot against the Settler is a crit fail, so then the reaction shot from the turret after his first shot, 2, he actually hit. 2 damage versus 4 armor. Fully blocked it. Fair enough. I'm sticking with people who cannot be seen by that turret. I'm going to go with John. He's going to use his 44 with his fantastic armor break to try and take out this Protectron right here. I have faith. 6s, first shot. That is a crit with double armor break. That's 2 damage against 2 armor. Didn't that exact same situation happen last turn? Alright, well he fully blocked it. So, second shot. He hit, only 1 armor break this time, so 2 damage versus 3 armor. He only blocked 1, he did take 1, so this is where the fun begins, because we get to see if he explodes, because I'm going to count that as 4, well, it says when the unit receives damage after being half or worse, so I'm counting the 4 and above as being half or worse, because I think that makes sense. So you roll the blue die, and if it hits the... oh, ironically, if it hits the nuke symbol, he explodes. Sadly not. Well, insert Megatron shouting fall, fall right here. Settler's activating, shooting twice into this wounded Protectron. I will kill at least one of them. 2 shots, 6s. There's a crit, double bottle cap means it's on fire. That might be relevant. 1 extra damage, 3 energy damage versus 3 energy defense. Only blocked 1, so it took 2. Okay, this is where things might get explodey, because it's every time it takes damage. So that is up to 6 of its 7. Does it explode? Well, it's not really, I don't think it instantly explodes, but it triggers the self-destruct sequence, which we'll have to look up if it happens. Next shot. That's a hit, sets it on fire, 3 damage, 3 energy defense. It actually blocked it. But it's on fire, so it's guaranteed to die next turn if it activates, unless it dies in some other fashion prior to that. So I've got Pennyworth and Dogmeat left. They're both going to try and hit the Protectron in close combat, starting with Pennyworth because that's going to trigger the final reaction fire from that turret this turn. Green die is for outnumbered bonus, and yellow is just a Mr. Handy Buzzsaw. Comes down to 7, not good enough. Second attack, critical fail, also very much not good enough. I was about to move on to Dogmeat, but I did forget the reaction fire. does not hit, so we don't need to randomise that. So dog meat, standard dog bite plus an extra green for outnumbered bonus, attacking twice on 6s. That's a hit. And let's see, does that do anything that's relevant? The bottle cap does nothing. It cancels reactions. Doesn't matter. So that's 3 against 4. Blocks 2, takes 1. So that's up to 2 damage in total. Let's see another one. 6 does come down by enough. 2 armor break, so that is 2 damage against 2 armor. Only blocks 1, so in total it took 2 more. That's it up to 3 in total. Well, as we jump into the second last turn in a second, one Protectron is almost dead, and the other 2 aren't. Not looking so hot, but let's see what event is applying as we go into it. Boomer shelling. The stray shells from the boomer's airbase are occasional. The klaxon sounds at the start of the next barrage. Standing outside could be highly dangerous. At the end of the round, randomise one model which can be seen from above, i.e. not indoors, and is not whatever that symbol is, with an object that provides cover on base to base, presumably. That model resolves 2 physical damage against them. So it doesn't even affect the enemy by... Well, it says randomly select, so I guess it would include the enemies on the table. Alright, we'll try and remember and do that. It's at the end of the round. Yeah, okay. Well, things are sort of looking up. This Protectron down here was the first to activate. The fire immediately does 1 damage to it, so it just dies, doesn't explode. I think it explodes orange out from itself. If self-destruct does get activated, it happens at the end of its next activation, whereas fire procs at the start of an activation. So either way, he is down 1/3 of the way there, with only 1 turn remaining after this one. So my first choice for this turn is going to be the Sole Survivor. He's going to get 1 damage first of all to put him up to 4, and then he's going to get shot after each attack by the turret up there, but that's okay. This is his chance. So charge bonus is a black die, so it's only getting rolled for the first attack. The Ripper is just a single yellow, unless you're strength 7+, which he is, and then the bonus black die you would normally get is transformed into another yellow one, so it's better for armor breaking. Green is for outnumbered bonus, and it's 7s. Ooh, that's the good stuff. So it's a crit for 2 extra damage, so that's 4 physical damage against 4 armor. He blocked 3 of it, he only took 1, but that does put him at 4. So does self-destruct sequence initiate? It does not, that's okay. Then we lose the black die, do it again. Not with the armor die. 8. Nope, doesn't come down at all. So not good enough, which is a shame because it would have shattered literally all his armor. So the turret shooting at him twice, it's in long range. It hits the first time, so again it will be 1, 2, 3, 4. It's hitting Pennyworth, 2 damage. Why am I rolling that die? It did the exact same as last time. He blocked 1 of it, he took 1, and then the other shot is a miss. The Central Protectron is activating, other than the one in close combat, which is just as well because that's a mess over there. He's going to shoot long range again into the settler. First shot, nothing. The second shot, miss again. I dare you. That is also a miss. Good. Before we resolve what I was going to do next, which is activate Pennyworth to attack the Protectron, my turret would do 2 reactions against him for shooting. First shot is a big miss. Second shot is a big, well, slightly less bad, but still a miss. On to Pennyworth then. 6 is the green die is for outnumber bonus. So that's good enough. 1 armor break, so that's 2 versus 3 armor. And he blocks it all. And then the next shot, or sorry, next swing I guess, is also a hit. That's 2 versus 4 armor. So he did take 1 more damage, that's him up to 5. I'll do that off camera because that's awkward to get in there. But does he activate self-destruct protocols? Thank goodness he doesn't. So obviously this Protectron is activating, and I'm going to make him be a little bit callous because he's going to attack the person who hasn't attacked him this turn and go after dog meat, but he's shooting his hand laser, so it's basically only on a crit. So what are the chances of that? Well, that comes down to a 2. His base skill is what? I need to check if it's 4. Sorry, hang on. No, it's 3, so it'll be -2, so it's a 1. So he actually does fail on that. It does literally need to be a crit. Other hit. Nope, he does not do anything. Dog meets revenge. He's going to nibble on him twice. Oh, I need an extra green die for outnumbered bonus. Apologies, there we go. And he's going to get shot at by the turret. Pennyworth didn't because he's slightly out of range. But that's a big hit. I think that breaks his arm as well, the nuke. It does. Well, it's not really going to matter, hopefully, but 2 damage, 4 armor. He blocked it all. then the second hit, we'll cover the turret in a second. It would help if I rolled a skill die. 6, was that on a 2 before? I don't know if that was on a 2 before. I mean, it hits either way, I don't think it was on an armor break. So 3 armor, 2 damage. He takes 1 more. Does he activate self-destruct? He does not. That's him up to 6, so he's got 1 health left. Does the turret shoot into combat successfully? 6, it does not. I have confidence that those 3 can do 1 damage to that Protectron next turn, so it's just how much can we do to this one that's still at full health. Settler's moving up, shooting point blank with her laser rifle once, and that is a good hit, and does not do anything with the nuke symbol, so it's just 2 energy versus 3 energy armor, and fully blocked it, sadly. Well, we're going rapid fire now. John moved up, firing his 44 6s. Oh, come on. And finally the free tech, I'm going all in. Close range shot, incendiary assault rifle. 6 comes down to a 4, not quite good enough, needed to be a 3. Takes us to the end of the turn. There is 1 turn left. That Protectron is going down, but he's at full health. I don't know if this is going to be possible. Before we draw a new event card, we have to resolve the event card. I'm going to count the melee here as being overcast, so they can't be targeted. We're just going to use this and go 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're looking for a 4 ideally. That would be a 1, so that's the free tech taking 2 physical damage. Although he has that better armor equipped now, so he's rocking. And I think you add on your base stat, right? So he's up to 4 physical. Why am I rolling that die? 4 physical. He blocked all the damage, so he didn't take anything, which is just as well, really. And let's see what event is going to be in effect for the final turn of the game. A hidden observer. Spend enough time in the wasteland and you develop specific instincts. Right now you have a feeling that someone is watching you from a distance. Again. Well, here we are in the final turn, and this Protectron must die. But he's activating first, and he's going to shoot into a settler. Made sure her base was ever so slightly further forward, so she's the closest threat. He will get shot at twice by my turret over there once these actions are done, but we'll just cover his actions first. So it is 3s. That's a big swing and a miss. And then the second laser beam, that's a 10. We rolled a lot of 10s today. Comes down to an 8, but that doesn't matter. So now the 2 reaction shots from my turret. First one is a hit, 2 damage versus 4 armor. Blocks it all. And the second shot, it's a 10, so it's a miss. Alright, if I can use the Soul Survivor to take out this last bit of health on this Protectron, that means Dogmeat and Pennyworth can help take on the other one. He's up to 5 damage from the poison. He's going to get shot after the first action from the turret over there, but hopefully it won't matter. Again, because of his strength 7+, he's getting yelled at. Oh, we should have a green. There it is there. For outnumber bonus. 7, first hit. Fail with a quick action. Quick action might matter, but for now, so that's second attack. An 8 is not good enough, and it would have been a perfect hit. It would have taken out 3 of his armor, done 3 damage. Are you kidding me? Alright, well, he's got a quick action, so once a Protectron attacks one of them, he can take a swing. Assuming he doesn't die, that is. 2 turret shots on him. First one does hit, but again, it's into combat, so it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4. He's hitting Pennyworth again. 2 armor, 2 damage versus 2 armor. He's fine. Does the second shot hit? +2. No, it's 4 normally. And he's snap shooting, but that gets countered, so no, it does not. Well, that nasty Protectron is going to try and take out Dogmeat. First hit does hit. 2 physical damage versus 2 armor. He blocked it all. Now at this point I can use the prepared action to counterattack him, I think, with the Soul Survivor, so we're going to do that. So that's basically these dice again, minus the black die, minus 2 skill though, so it's 5s now instead of 7s, or 6s, I mean, so it would be 4s actually, and it did get through. 2 extra damage, okay, hang on a second, that's 4 damage versus 4 armor. Don't block it all. He only blocked 1 of it. The Protectron is down before he gets to do his other action. Get out of there. So there's 1 left to go, and I have all but the Soul Survivor to do it with. Is it possible? I sincerely hope so. Before we get really desperate and maybe do like a flamethrower shot with Pennyworth, we're going to do the firing line here, starting with the settler into the Protectron that needs to die. The turret will fire back once with its final shot this turn. 6s. First hit. Okay, so that brings his energy defense down to 2, so 2 damage, 2 defense. He doesn't block any of it. Good start. There's 2 damage, right smack dab there. And the turret's going to react to her. Let's just see if it hits first of all. Oops, rolled out there, but that's fine. It does not. And then her second attack is not a hit, which is a real shame because it would have done 4 damage. And given that he's hitting on 3s or less, I'm not holding out hope that the free tech is going to be the one to save the day, but hey, we might as well try. Incendiary Assault Rifle, point blank range, twice. 6 comes down to a 3 actually. Okay, so 2 damage versus 4 armor. He blocked it all. And the second hit, another 10. It would have done extra damage, but nope, nothing. Unless we get an absolutely fantastic result here from John, then I think we're done at this point, because Dogmeat, he could charge in this turn, but he can't attack this turn. Pennyworth will be able to move once and do his Flamer once. Very low chance of that doing anything to the Protectron. And even if it did, its maximum damage output is going to be 2, because well, maybe 3 if it rolls certain results. But it comes down to John breaking this thing's armor open and doing some damage. First shot. Well then, I see. That's the way the story goes. Second shot. Oh, okay. That's the way the story goes. Nothing. So given that we literally cannot win anymore, because Pennyworth, again, the flamethrower, the Mr. Handy flamethrower is 2 damage base with a yellow die thrown in, so it could break some armor. Very low chance of it doing 1 more. That could trigger a self-destruct, but it wouldn't explode till a following turn. So there's no point. We've lost. That means we're losing 120 caps. But to save a little bit of face, Dogmeat is going after this item in his turn, and Pennyworth is going after the one that's scattered under there. So I'm just going to flip them both right now. We can resolve them. Then we're ending the game and with a loss. So this one is just straight up an item. What's this one under here? Let me just... Oh, got it. Nothing. How fitting. But we did get an item. Where did I put the item deck? There it is right there. Let me just grab it over here for a second. Why not give ourselves some extra choices, especially now that we know that unique items don't count towards the tally we're allowed to bring back. We found a... machete. So the New Hope settlers were not able to take out the very strange robotic defences set up around the damaged robot in the centre, and as a result Recon Squad Shield arrived and has confiscated it. They are controlling the area, and they have fully cleared out the rest of the defences. So it is a loss. That is minus 120 caps on the funds for New Hope, and plus 1 Brotherhood Reliance, which is important going forward. Now, we have to pick what we bring back though. We do get to keep our goodies, and these are unique, so they automatically come back, which means we can actually just bring everything else. Not that we particularly care about another machete, but hey, we got some decent armour. That's pretty decent armour. So, laser rifle, ripper, sturdy metal armour, and machete come back to New Hope, as my settlers had their tails between their legs for not being able to take out everything. You know, I worried it'd be too easy, so there was almost 4 Protectrons. I've been humbled. I thought with all the new gear we've had recently it would have been a pushover, but the dice said no. So I hope you enjoyed that, but going forward there is one thing to mention. Next week is another kind of like side adventure, but then after that we reach the point where there is a consistent need for you to vote in the comments as to whether or not we rely on Recon Squad Shield going forward. Now I'm enjoying getting these out once a week, every Friday, and people seem to be enjoying that as well. If I have to wait for feedback on a video, it means I'd have to delay to like every other week, and I don't think I want to do that. I'm kind of liking doing one of these a week. So what I thought I could do as a good compromise is that when I'm getting ready to film the next part, if it requires input, I'll do a community post on the YouTube channel. I think they show up to subscribers. You can just check the community tab of the channel page otherwise, and it will have a poll, and the poll will give you a brief overview of what's going to be happening in the next video, how it sounds, what the chances are, what you think the chances are of me winning, and then will we ask the Brotherhood for help, yes or no? And saying yes will result in another +1 Brotherhood Reliance. Saying no might result in it being harder, but no +1 to that stat, and that stat has consequences one way or the other at the end of the season. So I think that about does it. We'll see more of what this strange broken robot means later on in the season. Thank you very much for watching. I sincerely hope you enjoyed. If you did, remember to subscribe or potentially go above and beyond by pressing the thanks button or showing support in some other way. Until next Friday, ta-ta for now.